I mean, I guess I don't really have a whole lot to say. Just I thought we did a tremendous job today. Offensively, I'm going to dream about Amari's swing on that pitch. It was really pretty. It was on time, squared up. I mean, whew, that was pretty. And then Maya obviously had a big weekend and big day today, but I think offensively they did just a tremendous job. So, and then it was nice to see Lefty come back and look like Lefty. So.
Yeah, Trisha, look, when she's in her groove, she gets the ball like 13 seconds, she's ready to go. That's the best to me. She looked at a few. What was different about her today?
Yeah, her timing was better. It's one thing that's been a little off, so her trunk arm timing, to be honest with you. So when she lands and her arm's too low, she's trying to basically diversify her pitches, but she doesn't have enough length to like manipulate the ball to get it to where it needs to get to. Does that make sense? So like if her foot gets down on time, then she can have length to be able to do what she needs to do. When it gets down late, this upper arm kind of takes over and you see kind of pitches that look kind of erratic, like not very sharp. So she was really good tonight. Yeah.
That's a little like synchronized swimming, though. It's one thing like, am I right? Still at
yes, it's like kinetic chain. Yes.
And then when it doesn't, that's when she gets a little bit upset. Then she's
and then we know.
Am I right?
Absolutely. Yeah. So.
What about your lesson for us earlier in the week where you said about hunting pitches?
Yeah.
So today was one of those examples where it seemed like possibly as a whole team you hunted pitches better than you have in a while.
Yeah, we've been getting beat, especially our lefties in, and so Coach Harder had just some words with the lefties of like, when are we going to be done with like getting jammed with that inside pitch? And I thought Amari sat in, Maya, I think that ball leaked maybe middle, but it was supposed to be in. So. Mac, the same thing, like trying to be on time. You can't be on time for the inside pitch and the outside pitch early in the count. And that's why it's so important for you to have a plan when you come up to bat. Obviously, middle is always an option, but we and then the other thing that he talked to them today, the hitters, about in pregame hitting, is we were hunting edge pitches, so basically pitcher pitches, and we're not forcing them to have to come over the heart of the plate. And so that was something that he talked to them today in pregame hitting.
Maya had 2 more home runs. What's code for her this year?
Yeah, she's just like, this sounds bad, but like, that's Maya. Like, we just didn't see that last year. She is that kid. She's been that kid her whole life. She can mash. So I mean, for me, it's just like kind of like a sigh of relief. And I think there's some things that Maya did. She got herself in really good shape for her. Like she came back, she's stronger. That kid lifts crazy. Like she can put some weight, throw some weight around on that bar. She's become a collegiate softball player. That's really what's happened, And then once you get going, her head gets into the right space and she's able to kind of continue to do what she did her whole life. But now she's just a little bit more equipped to be able to do it at this level.
It was late in the game, but kind of how important is it to get some of the lesser used players reps in live games?
It's huge. I mean, because as we continue to develop, and we have, Coco's a senior starting for us, Kramer, Allie. I mean, we have some seniors that, are in the game a lot. And so what does that next kind of stage look like for us, And so it's important for them to go ahead and get those reps, and they're getting them in practice, but games, are very different. I thought Kelsey, that ball, she made a great route to it and great catch. I want the outfield to feel small. I think when I first came here, the outfield felt very big, and so that was one of my priorities. And I feel like once you've had a really good outfield as a pitching coach, you never not want to have a really good outfield. They're kind of your last line of defense, and so it's important for us to see where Kelsey's at and some of these others. Frankie's done a great job for us this year as well, to see like what that next stage looks like.
I asked Amari like how good it feels to get hot really quick. How does it look from your point of view, like to have your team sort of jump on immediately?
Yeah, I mean, I think, Amari has done a great job, and she's been a victim, I would say, of like kind of the backlog of that kind of spot. She had the starting job. We've talked about this, and then she got hurt. So Frankie came in. Frankie's done a heck of a job, and so she's was just kind of victim of like, hey, I can't take Frankie out. KK was hitting at that time, so you're just kind of like, you're gonna have to wait your turn. That's how this works. And And she did, and I'm sure she was frustrated, but she continued to work hard, keep her head down, and just really come, alive. And that's the great thing about our team, is that we have kids on the bench that can come in and do great things. So that also puts a little pressure on everybody. I think that's good, puts a little pressure on Matt, puts a little pressure on Maya, puts a little pressure on KK, Frankie, all of them. Like, you got to perform, or else, there's somebody waiting, itching to get. That's what kind of, when they say the saying, iron sharpens iron, that's it.